That's that big sink unit levelled in. We've got a little 150mm sort of pull out, I don't know if it's like a towel rail unit in there. The units here, I'm going to make it up, but I'm not going to make it up until I get the sliding mechanism here, because that's not here yet, because there's no way if I make it up I'm going to be able to get inside to screw it on. So we'll kind of make half of it up, put one side on, screw the mechanism to the side, and then put the other side on. So that's good. There's a dishwasher going in there. Unfortunately, it seems to happen all the time here, the water mains come up in the wrong place, so some of that floor is going to have to be taken out, and that's going to have to be diverted to the underside of that cupboard. So there's a 450 dishwasher going in there, and then I'll just quickly level and screw these ones together, and we're sort of getting there really. End panel to go on here, and so we've got that 150 bit to do. There's a small filler to put on the end there to close it down to 150, and then we can build this corner up. There's it's not, I mean, you know, I shouldn't say this, but the customers, this house has been built for a customer, and they've designed this kitchen, and I don't think it's utilised the space best as possible, if I'm honest. It's a massive space, but they want a big dining room in here, but there you go, big American style fridge freezer over there. But you know, ours is not a reason why. So yeah, there's a corner sort of storage box to go up there, and a lower shelving unit to go on there. Wall unit here, cooker hood there, and another wall unit there, and some floating shelves there. So yeah, not really a lot to this one, so I'll get the back of this broken today. Certainly the first fix area, certainly the first fix part of it, and then in here there's just a little utility room. So I think it's got two 600 base units down here, a tall enclosure I'm going to make there for a washing machine and tumble dryer to go on top of each other, and then just a 500 larder unit in there. So yep, it's about half of the day, so I'm not doing too bad. Right, that running unit is in now, and I'm not going to stick, I usually use little sticky blocks, but because I roughly know where my studs are, I found ones about here, I'm going to cut a 50mm block, put that in there, and then I'll screw through the whole lot, and that'll give that a nice fixing back to that wall there. Nice. Stick that in there. Excellent. Nice big 100mm screw. Look at that. Absolutely super rock solid. So that's brilliant. Right, just going to fill this corner in now. We've got there's a top unit with the doors on it, and then below it sits between that and the worktop is a sort of open shelving unit. So they'll be the next things to go in. Put some brackets on the wall and keep that off. We've got 20mm stone worktops going on here, so I'll just make sure it should, they've been made the right height, so it should be about 22mm clearance under there. That's what we'll be doing next. That's all of those in now. I've put all those wall units in, they're all screwed together, levelled and where they should be. That's pretty much all of the first fix done, bar a couple of things, just that 150 unit to make up there. Close that down with a little filler on the end, and wall end panels either side of that unit, on one side of this unit and down on the end of this unit, and that's it. I think while I've got the saw out, I will probably also cut the cornice and lighting pelmet around those, and probably put the cooker hood up as well. And I don't think, I might stick the doors and I might not, it depends. I mean, it's all pretty well decorated and finished in here actually, so I probably will snap all the doors on as well, because it just gets them sort of off the floor in the next room. So yeah, a nice little one this, so a few bits and bobs to do, and we're going to call it a day. Right, it's just now time to close this end down. We've got a 450mm integrated dishwasher going in here. I did make up this little 150 towel unit, although the internal mechanism is not here, so I've just clamped that. I just need to get an exact measurement here, because this has got to be exactly 450mm. I'll just quickly show you how I've made this little end section up. It's like a filler panel basically, but I've had to make something to mount it on, because obviously there's not a unit here. Pretty simple really, just rip down the kitchen guy allows some extra lengths of plinth to make these up. So I've just got a section across the back here that will go down the side of the dishwasher, 35 by 35mm softwood post there to fix down into, to fix them together to, and then this is obviously the scribe. I've then taken a measurement from here to here, top and bottom, slightly, it's only a millimetre difference because that wall's slightly out of plumb. Cut two packers here which I've screwed in to the wall and stuck on as well. And then all I've got to do very carefully here, I don't want to drop it or damage it. That will then just, hang on, swap hands again, dodgy camera. So that will just basically then fit down tight in there, you see, and I'll put a fixing through the end here. You won't see that because it's behind the line of the dishwasher, same down the bottom there. And as you can see, look, it's got a lovely, nice sort of scribe up against the wall. I'm not going to let go of that because it will probably fall over and damage it, but you can see that that has now, that's now, when I fit that on, that I'll then finish that. So really looking really good. Next job is going to be, I'm going to put all this lighting, pelmet and cornice on, and then I am actually going to snap all the doors on because this really is, there's not much more work for anyone to do in here, so hopefully it shouldn't get damaged and that gets all those doors off the floor in the next room. Absolutely lovely. Check that. 450. Oh yes, 450. Nice. Just going to cut this cornice up there, and just thought I'd quickly mention, if any of you guys in the trade will know about this stuff, this mitre mate or mitre adhesive, absolutely brilliant. First started using it probably back in the mid-90s, I think, but yeah, what an absolutely fantastic stuff it is, especially when paired with a mitre saw, because you can get some really fantastically tight joints. But more importantly, what I've been able to do is mock this piece up, glue it all together, and then I can just lift the whole thing in place very carefully. Obviously you don't want it to break and damage something, but absolutely brilliant stuff, certainly for kitchen fitting and fitting cornice and pelmet, and obviously external corners on skirtings and stuff. Wouldn't be without it now. Beautiful. Excellent. Easy as that. Couple of bits on those two covers now. Straight cuts, easy. That's it, couldn't be easier than that. Right, so I think all I'm going to do now is, I've got the sink to cut in the top of this sink unit here. Let's get this out. Yeah, I'll do cut the sink in the top of this unit here. The guy that supplies his kitchens, they think on all the time, look, they keep this solid top for undermounted sinks and they leave it down a couple of mil, look, so we can just draw around it, cut it straight in there, and then I think, as I've said a couple of times, and then now I'm just going to snap all the doors on. Nice. I've put all the doors I can on here because unfortunately I've run out of, well, you won't see, there's an empty box that has 3 5x16mm screws in there, so I've just had a little start on this utility. Pretty simple stuff really. We've got a 500 yard unit that goes here, then a space for a fridge, freestanding fridge, I think, 600 base unit here, and then what I've had to do is make up, we've got 2 tall end panels here, and what's going to happen here is we're going to have a washing machine and tumble dryer stacked on top of each other, and there's a 600mm wide sort of top opening top box going in there. So it's all a bit lively at the minute. All I've done is basically levelled this 600 carcass unit in, fixed it back to the wall. That's given me something to measure and fix this end panel to. Fix the piece of timber across the top there, that's going into the studs there, and that just keeps the back in place. And what I've done is, you can notice at the back there, I've just bonded a piece of timber up in the corner there, so I'll put a screw through the back there when that's gone off. That's just a little packer I've put on the front there to keep that 600. So what I should do now, this is perfectly level across from there to there, and they're both upright. What I should do now is just put this top box in here, and then I've got a bit of aluminium angle that I got from the builders merchants. It doesn't look very big, but it doesn't need to be, so I'll cut that in half, and then what that'll do is I'll find the appropriate level across here, fix that onto there, and then put a shelf in there to support the tumble dryer that's going on top. So yeah, it's all looking good. And then once I've done that, I can get this 500 unit through here. There's an end panel to go on there, a little bit of a scribe in there, there'll be a scribe the same on the other side, and some little bit of cornice at the top there, and then this will be done as well. So yep, looking good so far. Right, so here's that top box that's got to go in. There's no way that I could hold that sort of up in there and get it in the right position without it being a lot of aggro or potentially falling. So what I've done is just quickly, because I've got the table saw out, just rip these two bearers down, fix them into the top. They're the same thickness as the cornice there, you see, because this has got to hang down from the top there, because this cornice is going to run into those end panels. And then just screwed a couple of bits of scrap timber across the top. That basically means I can just hook it literally straight on top of there, put it in the right forward and backwards position and fix it. Yeah, don't fancy swinging that around. Gently. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's like a well-oiled machine. So just got to get that 22mm, 23mm back, which is what I've already marked. We'll still put a little clamp on that. Nice. Excellent. Just get my screwdriver in there, take those out. Just. Superb. Lovely. That's now in the perfect position. Let me show you here. Let's just take that off there. Yeah, that's in the right position here. Oh, what's going on here? Zoomed it. That's now in the perfect position here. That this pelmet cornice will go on there. Look, bring that to the front. But ignore that cut. That's just a rough bit. So yeah, that's really cool. I'm really happy with that. Yeah, interesting, isn't it? Fitting a kitchen here, look, there's not even a back door on, so I try not to ask too many questions. Right, just got a little update, been getting on well. All this lot's in now, top box is in, I think I showed that. Pelmet on the top there, cornice on the top there, cornice on the top here. This side's all in, put my scribes in there, end panel on here, put that little bit of aluminium like I spoke, because that's going to take the worktop through here. This got, as I said, sorry if I'm repeating myself, washing machine down here, tumble dryer up here. I've got another 2 bits of aluminium that I'm just going to throw a laser around and put in there, and put probably a double shelf in there to take that. The tumble dryer's not that heavy, it's a condensing tumble dryer. What have we done in here? Just got the rest of the doors and drawers on, managed to just chip away at this screed here a little bit. So I've got that pipe over, so that's no longer in the line of the dishwasher. That's great, that's just coming up there. Look, it's not ideal, but we've got over it, that's the main thing. Still waiting on this pull-out unit, which is unfortunate. So yeah, we're getting there, really are sort of getting it into a corner now, which is great. So this is that door, that lift up flat door, and it doesn't come pre-drilled, so I've just had to take some measurements. These are the back plates, they're snap-on back plates. I snap them into the mechanism, then take some measurements, and then have to sort of pre-drill them carefully with a 5mm drill bit, like almost a little mini raw plug that goes in with them. So just going to be careful here and just do those up with a hand screwdriver. As I've said many times, you know, these are super powerful, and you have to sometimes, you know, watch what you're doing, because you only get one shot at this, so don't want to rip them out. Right, let's go and see if that's going to fit in. Right, I just set the camera up there. It's not exactly in the centre, because look, if I twist it around there, look, see how it auto exposes. So let's just, not exactly a filmmaker, but let's just see if we can get that. Right, let's get it. These big film production companies spend millions of pounds on lighting. I just chuck the camera up and hope for the best. Oh, you've got to laugh, haven't you? Right, let's have a look. That should, just like the kitchen, the cupboard doors, that should, I'm hoping, that down. That's one. That's two. Have you got it? Just make sure that's right before I let go of it. Oh, look at that. That's nice. Yep, just a little bit of adjustment on that now. And that is another job ticked off the list. Excellent. Coming through. Cracking little trolley I bought. Sits on the back, it's only 10 quid I think from the tool station. Saves a lot of lugging around. Right, let's get this unwrapped. Dishwasher. Perfect. Bin. Usually just got to build the floor up a little bit for these, because otherwise there's too big a gap at the top. So once I get a few packers or something in the bottom there, I can just push that in, fix it and put the front on. I've actually got a spare shelf there, so that's laminated all the way around. I just packed it up a little bit and bonded that down and bonded it back. That'll be fine. So what I can do now is slide this dishwasher in. Come on, get a grip, don't wait, get a grip. Don't damage that lovely filler piece that you put in there. Lovely, brilliant. Come all the way back. Now I've got some adjustments on the bottom there. I can just adjust it up until it's in exactly the right position, fix it either side, this unit and that filler, and that's done. Put the door on. We were going great guns. My fun has been stopped, unfortunately. This is the package that the door front comes in for the dishwasher. Look what we've got here. Doesn't look too bad on the outside, just a bit of ripped cardboard, but look on the inside. Oh, just a lack of care there. It's been chucked about. Look, absolute scrap. That's really disappointing. And you know, they've gone to great lengths to package these up as well. Even put, look, a sign that says this way up, so that you know the less fragile end is at the bottom. Still got this double roll of cardboard on it. So it is par for the course, unfortunately. But it never ceases to amaze me that stuff gets so badly handled that it gets smashed like that. So. Obviously I won't be doing any more work on that. What I normally do is I'd fit the door on that first before I then this normally would have brackets to fit to the top, but obviously this is having stone worktops on, so what we do is there's some little caps here that we prise off, and that fixes through the side into the carcass there, and that filler panel there. So I put the door on first, and then I can get it in exactly the right position, then screw the unit up. But obviously I won't be doing any of that now, because a replacement door's got to be got. Yeah, never mind, what can you say? Right, let's have a look at that. Open the door, little pull there, just pull that out. Absolutely lovely, pull that that way. Another there, look at that. Absolutely brilliant little magic corner. I'm sure the customer will be thrilled with that. That's the first fix phase. I've done everything I can do on this one. There's a few bits missing. Cooker hood, what else did I say? damaged door for that 450 dishwasher that's going to be replaced. There's a pull-out bin there, which I don't really want to put on yet because this is still loose, so I'm waiting for the internal mechanism for that. Yeah, it's pretty much done. Plimps got to go on, but again, I'm not going to put the plimps on because I can't get them all the way through while these units are still loose, so to speak. So I think it's okay for the guys to come in and template the worktop. That'll be fine. It's all done in here, and take no notice of any of the door joints. I've got to adjust them all up, but this is all done and in. There's the centre shelf. Washing machine down there, tumble dryer up there. This is all in, nice and functioning. Oh, got a couple of discs to put in just to cover up there. But yeah, 500 larder unit, that's all in. So I hope to get back and show you this kitchen completely finished, rather than just sort of saying this is as much as I can do and then you not see the finished article, because I know everyone likes to see it finished. So hopefully the next time you see me will be when all of the tops are fitted and all these bits and bobs are finished, and you can see it in its splendour.